What's going on, everyone? How are we doing? How's it going? How's it going? Am I coming through good? Echo? We're echoing? My bad. Oh, that's why. There was two mics going on at the same time. How are we doing now? Is that better? Better? The echo better. Cool. How's everyone doing tonight? We're good? Pretty good. That's good. Okay, yeah. So today is just going to be kind of chill. I'm not really super high energy right now. A little bit of a busy day today. Loved your video on FX. Thanks, Spencer. I appreciate it. That was a good video. That was a fun video to make. It was man, what an ordeal, huh? Good Lord. What a crazy game. That was something else. I'll tell you that much. That was quite the game. Oh yeah. Let me pop this out actually. What engaged content am I working on next? That is a super good question. I'm not really sure, to be honest. If I had to guess, I was thinking about doing a video on FX's story, because like when the FX video today came out, some of the first few comments, I think they were assuming that I was talking about the story too. Like it was kind of are you having a wonderful day? I'm not. I'm having a pretty good day. Honestly, I'm having a pretty good day. Tearing Saga a few times, but I have not seen a good detailed review. Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to find. It's really hard to find Tearing Saga content. I know that Choops is doing a stream of Berwick, and that's probably your best bet. He's probably gonna play Tearing after. That's probably your best bet is Berwick first. For content. That's a game. Kaga PS games are crazy. What do you think of the next Fire Emblem will be like? I totally think it's gonna be a remake. I think my prediction is gonna be like probably there's gonna be something announced. Kaga bad, Loki. No, I'm just kidding. I'd say there's probably gonna be something announced this summer. I think I have this crackpot theory that part of the reason why they didn't say anything for wait, what was I about to say? Oh, the why Engage's DLC kind of got shotgunned out like crazy. I have this crackpot theory that like they just wanted to like make room for Tears of the Kingdom. And then they're just gonna be like, hey, Fire Emblem was like a fucking this month, and like the cycle of FE Engage is over. It was supposed to be out like 2 years ago, whatever. And then it wasn't. And so now it's over. And now they're trying to hype people up for Zelda, and then that game's gonna hard carry Nintendo forever, and then we'll figure out what happens next. Why does Kaga like incest? You should ask him that. I eventually want to play I eventually want to play FX Maddening. That's like actually kind of a thing that I want to do. I want to play FX on Maddening, and I want to beat it just to say that I did. I want to do a Maddening run of Engage, no DLC. I don't know if I want to start it now, or if I even want to stream it, or if I just want to play it on my own time. Because there is something that I want to play on stream that's Engage related that's like kind of in the ether right now. So I think I would just play, like, honestly, I feel like playing Engage Maddening just by myself, like on my big screen, like on the TV back there. Where is it? Yeah, I just want to like play Maddening on my couch and see what happens. Yeah, honestly. What happened to my live stream channel? I think I'm gonna not use it. I think I'm not gonna use it. I don't know. I kind of don't want to do the whole like live stream channel thing. It was a fun experiment. I kind of just want to. I like the stream like tab on the main channel. I think I might just do that. and just kind of stream here, just have everything in one channel. It seems like the smartest thing I could be doing, so I might just do that, honestly. Which Switch game do you personally like more? That's such a toughie. I'll tell you what. I don't know if I liked Three Houses more than Engage, now that I think about it. Because when it comes to Three Houses, like, I played that game for like so long, but I feel like part of the reason why I loved Three Houses so much is because I played like 3 to 4 randomized streams of it, and it was a blast. I don't really know if I think I might like Three Houses more than Engage, to be honest. Because even though I feel like I like more aspects about Engage's gameplay than Three Houses, at like when I was playing Three Houses, like in that moment of like that like game being out, like the gameplay was so fun. I feel like I just liked that game more than I did Engage, if that makes sense. There's also a lot more to... No, I definitely like Three Houses more. What am I talking about? I definitely like Three Houses more. I'm just thinking about like all the things that I was like Three Houses content literally carried my channel for like three years straight. Yeah, it was hard carrying me. And they also had like all the lore and warriors and stuff. I'm trying to catch up with chat right now, so where are we? Just beat Echoes today. Man, it was phenomenal in every aspect. Who's your favorite Echoes character? Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm lagging behind here. The rumored Genealogy remake, yeah. Iron 16. Oh my god, can we talk about... I was getting bullied. Okay, so this was totally on me. In that Iron 18, I legit was like recording because I pronounced it Iron, and I thought it was like, I don't know why I was registering it as Iron, and I also didn't know why it would be such a distraction to the comments. I got roasted. I felt so bad about myself after. I was like, man, I did this like video about Iron 18, and then everyone was just commenting on it being Iron. I was like, man, I really botched that. And it's so weird because like in my head, I was thinking, oh, it's not an iron sword. It's just like the element iron. And for some reason I thought that was like, okay. For some reason in my head, when I was recording, I didn't have a problem with it being pronounced iron. And then the comments kicked my butt. It was pretty funny. My entire argument, it wasn't even an argument. All my research just watered down to you mispronounced iron. That was a huge L. Are you on team FE4 or FE6? I'm still catching up to chat, so I'm just answering questions here that I forgot. I'm on team FE4. I think it'd be wise for them to go chronological. And I'm also just really like morbidly curious how they're going to do an FE4 remake. I also think I'd be able to cover content way more in detail with FE4 as a remake than FE6. Because FE4 has a lot of like crazy mechanics. Okay, they're not crazy, but they're pretty like, well, yeah, I mean, how do I explain this? I feel like there's more to dig into with the intrigue behind FE4 and how inaccessible it was. And I feel like it's less accessible than FE6's, even though you'd both have to emulate. Maybe that's just a me thing, but I feel like FE4 just kind of has more to talk about. Definitely way more like lore and history and stuff, that kind of thing. And at this point, I'm probably more familiar with FE4 than FE6 because I haven't played FE6 since I did an off-stream like kind of hard mode. And I think I just dropped that really quick because I got distracted by something else. But I've played a lot of FE4 just from gathering content and stuff. Yeah, so, and I'm also like quite familiar with the story of FE4 and the characters and stuff because, yeah. I was thinking of how horrible Maddening FX would be after you finally finish hard mode, but I saw Emblem just about destroy him. Yeah, I want to do that. I want to do that too. I want to have a build that's like kind of different from like the turn 1 build. But it's so much investment. I'll have to figure something out. Okay, maybe phenomenal. My favorite Echoes character, probably Clive. Character-wise, probably Clive, but there's a bunch of them that are awesome. That cast is really like down to earth, very simple cast. Yeah, I've always liked Clive. And Lucas, maybe. Lucas is cool. He had pretty raw moments. Okay, I just want to see if. Okay, we're good. Do you think the blood pack from Radiant Dawn is a forced plot point? I don't remember. I don't remember. Like, there's a few things that I remember from Radiant Dawn. But my deepest darkest secret is that I only made it to part 4 of Radiant Dawn and I never actually beat it yet. I got to part 4 and then I just didn't play it. I didn't finish it. FE4 is, or sorry, not FE4. FE10 is one of the only games I actually haven't honestly beat. Because I got to part 4 and I just stopped playing. I just kind of lost interest. I remember exactly when I stopped playing too. Dude, it was so funny. Good times, good times, good times. I just remember like splitting the party up into 4 parties or whatever on part 4, and then starting the first map. I think you're in Begnion, or it's like wintry or something, and then I just never picked it up again. I just never played Radiant Dawn again. So that's my that's me not playing RD. As long as you have fun, content can come from elsewhere. Yeah, for sure. I'm currently watching Sacred Stones, so I need to go through Shadow Dragon, Blazing Blade, and Genealogy. Maddening was fun. The Tiz. Watching a video confirmed I should skip the DLC. Yeah, probably. A course meal after to a drive-through engage. Berkut is the best villain in the series. Change my mind. Orson. Or you know what? In terms of best villains, well, Orson is my number 1. The DLC, yeah, Fel Xenologue story is awesome. Iron instead of Iron. Berkut is a great character. I honestly did notice you saying. Did not notice. Thanks, Exalted. I appreciate it. FE6 was Binding Blade, yeah. To me, even at this day, 3H is one of the most uninteresting character design. They are all basically the same character, just different hairstyles. 3H? I've never heard that take before, Juan, and I don't agree with it. One of the most uninteresting character designs? Like, are you talking about character design or like characters? I guess character design. I don't know about that. I think the character design is pretty diverse. Even like the uniformed, like pre-time skips are pretty diverse, for what they are. And before it just feels bad to play. Do you guys think you'll ever see a Fire Emblem in Nintendo Switch Online? If they do, it's probably just going to stay in Japanese. Someone recorded himself making a sandwich during Artie's enemy phase. You think they'll use more creatures in the new Fire Emblem? I think so, probably. Par 4 can be... Oh, hey, Ed. Par 4 can be a slog. There is a mod to change the objectives, so it's not all drawn-out maps, though. Oh, cool. That sounds fun. I would get Path of Radiance for my GameCube. It's impossible to find one anywhere. Good luck with that. What's your take on Mage Cannoneer? I have not played that build. I have not even used that class yet. I beat Xenologue, and then I just didn't actually play the game again. I only turned the game on to get footage for the video, so I haven't actually like used the DLC units yet, or I haven't used the DLC units yet, or used the DLC classes, not yet. So I couldn't tell you. Best DLC Emblem bracelet. I definitely have the 3 swords. Maybe Byleth even better. Best bracelet. Soren is pretty broken. Depending on, I still think like that, like Chi Adept Soren and like Rex tanking is still fucked up. On hard it is still. On Maddening, I don't know how viable it would be. Cause I don't know how good like Chi Adepts could be with that. Maybe with Enchanter. I think Enchanters are more like offense, are more geared towards offense, so maybe Enchanters with Soren would be really broken. I never actually wrote a video about Chrom or Veronica, so I don't know how good those emblems actually are. I couldn't tell you. Okay, where are we at? What do you think of the hardest difficulty in... What do you think is H5? H5 is the hardest, probably. Reverse Lunatic? That's fucked up. On FE12. That's probably the hardest. Yeah, that's probably the hardest. Or, like, if you would... No, I'd say that for like, main series difficulties. I haven't even gotten close to beating it. I think I got as far as past the prologue, and then I got really bored by it. I don't like the way I play Fire Emblem. Isn't really conducive towards like H4 and H5 in the DS games. I just don't really have fun playing games that are like hyper specific on how you do things. It just doesn't feel very rewarding. But I feel like you do get some creativity towards past like the really strict part. I just haven't done it. Saying that about engagement all the characters. Start. Yeah, I mean, the female model for engage is like the same one that's used all the time. So like every female character feels like they have the same face, which is kind of rough. Yeah, it's kind of not great. Have you played the Sacred Echoes ROM hack? I have not. I have not played it. I have not played a single FE8 ROM hack in my life. I literally have not. Why is your beard so... Thanks, I appreciate it. The beard has returned, for sure. I shaved a while back, and it's come back now. But I have to get it trimmed up. I have to get the sides tightened up, and a haircut, honestly. Oh my god. FE7 will come to NSO. FE8 probably will as well. Yeah, probably. Do you play or are excited for Advance Wars? Nah. I tried playing Advance Wars. Remember that time I streamed Advance Wars on the Twitch channel like fucking 3 years ago? Yeah, I just I just wasn't really interested in playing. And then the only Advance Wars story that I have is when my family went to, I think, Montreal or Toronto to visit, I tried playing Advance Wars on my phone and I didn't get super far and got pretty bored. I think it's because the tutorial lasted forever and I was getting so bored of it. It kind of just like left a really poor impression on me. I don't know. Maybe that's a problem that the GBA games had with Advance Wars, is that like the tutorial was just like super, it taught you literally everything, but it was like, dude, just let me fucking play the game. I don't know. It just felt like I was going nowhere for a while. And I just got really bored of it. Enchanter boosted Anna's luck. That's cool. Not using DLC classes in their DLC was a weird decision. Hey, you know what? That's actually a good point. Imagine if like Gregory was an enchanter and then like Marnie or like Madeline was a mage cannoneer. That could be, well, I mean, that the mage cannoneer is a tricky class, I feel, but that's actually an interesting point. I never really thought of that. I still have no idea how you're supposed to play Veronica. Basically like Reprisal is really, really good. She can contract, which is another dance, which makes her really useful. And she's probably, and like her staff, like the non-counter is like really strong too. And she has fortified. She's definitely a support character, but I don't really know. I don't know her type bonuses either because I like didn't make a video on her. But there's definitely videos on her. Link King made one, I'm pretty sure. Oh, and enchanters are even more support? Never mind then. You're upset you didn't get to Fire Emblem sooner. Well, there's 16 other games to play. Okay, that's a lot more reasonable the price. The trade-off is that dudes also get the same body. Gets weird fast. Do I like anime? What's my favorite? My favorite anime ever is March Comes In Like a Lion. That's my favorite anime I've ever watched. That shit fucking ruled. That was awesome. I watched all like the YTV and like Teletoon and whatever, like Teletoon at night. And no, I think it was YTV at night or something. Teletoon at night only had like Robot Chicken and shit, but yeah, that anime, like all like those ones. I'm trying to think of the animes that I watched. I think I watched like when I was younger, like all the popular ones, like Code Geass, and then like Death Note, and like my taste. Besides, like I have really insanely normie taste in anime. I don't really even watch anime that much. I actually am a huge like animated series of like Western animation, like Young Justice and like the DC universe, the DC animated universe I'm a big fan of, like all the movies and like the shows. Those went hard. And the Star Wars animated stuff on Disney Plus. Oh man, the Star Wars universe has just completely 180'd, I feel like Mandalorian, The Bad Batch. I fuck with those shows super hard. I watched Andor too, and the only Star Wars show I didn't watch was Obi-Wan, because I heard it wasn't that good, and I just didn't watch it. But like the series of Star Wars, man, they go so hard. They're so fucking sick. Do you keep up with Faye? Do I keep up with Faye? I did. I was back into it for a bit, but then I kind of lost interest again for like the 50th million time. All I know is that once I should probably get more in frame. Once Garrick gets a refine, then I'm definitely getting back into it. But as things are right now, I'm not super into it right now. I saw the new banner though. It's pretty cool. Got church. See you later. See ya. I heard FE1 was initially marketed as Famicom Wars with characters. Maybe. Personally, why we got a second Arcane Lance before we got... Yeah, I mean, sometimes Faye just makes really random ass decisions and it's just like, okay. I'm also... Yeah, I don't know why. I was hoping like Dedue would be a GHB or like a... I guess it wouldn't be Tempest. If it was like the Tempest trial cycle or whatever, then maybe Dedue would be another one. I don't really see why you would have like Dedue be a GHB. That would make no sense, but I feel like maybe we can get Fodlan to do eventually. That'd be fucking so sick. Cornelia is really cool though. I'm curious to see what Cornelia's like lines are and stuff. Also, guys, if you do want to help support the stream, you can always leave a like. If you're watching right now and you haven't leave a like, please just hit the thumbs up button on the bottom there. That'd be great. And if you want to support the stream, you always can. You can always become a member. Right now, these are our member emotes. I'm not sure if there's any members in chat right now. I haven't seen any badges, but if you want to help support the stream, you can do that with emotes. It'd be really great if you could do that. But even just you contributing and like talking in chat and like leaving a like on the stream is also really, really great if you can't afford it. Pirate Commando, any tips for the gym? I feel like I'm always afraid of exhausting myself and not being able to push past the point. I would say every time someone asks about gym advice, I always say like what your goal is first. So if you have like if you don't really have like a specific goal in mind, whether it's like I want to like put some muscle on my upper body, or I want to lower my blood pressure, or I want to lose some weight or whatever, I feel like that's like finding out what you want to do at the gym is a really important part to working out, because then you can kind of like research things on your own time that are like useful towards your goal. If you're exhausting yourself, like you don't need to like go hard in the paint, especially if you're like just starting. I don't know if you're just starting at the gym, but like you don't have to like destroy yourself every set. Like you can do something like really reasonable. Like if you're looking to kind of just get introduced to the gym and you just want to get the feeling of like fitness, like ambiguously, you can just do like 3 sets, 10 reps, make sure the 10th and like the last 3 reps, like you're putting in a little bit more effort than before. Take a 60 to 90 second break. And then, yeah, just do that. And then like you can do something really simple. Like one day you can do like all push exercises, like your chest, your shoulders, and then you can do triceps. And then another day you can do like pull exercises where it's like you do some back exercises, you do some bicep stuff. And then the next day you can just do legs where it's like you do some lunges, you maybe do some goblet squats, maybe you do like the hamstring curl machine or like the leg extension machine. So those are like really popular, or like the leg press. Those last 3 exercises or machines are like in every gym. And then, yeah, that's like you go 3 days a week, you kind of get used to it. You put your whole body through the ringer. But you don't burn yourself out too early, because the worst thing you can do is like go so hard for like the first 2 weeks, then burn yourself out, then like take like a week break, and then you're actually just never coming back to the gym. Yeah, you want to ease yourself into it. Young Justice is sick. Thoughts on possibly another spin-off hitting the Switch, a third Warriors? I don't know. I don't know if they would do another Warriors game. I think, no, I don't know. Maybe if they had an absolute banger of like another Fodlan game, then I could see it. Yeah, I don't know about that. You might like Your Lie in April. Didn't finish March, but seemed similar. Your Lie. Okay. I think I might have heard that one. If you could pick, what Fire Emblem remake would you want remade? And would you want a modern engine like Awakening and its skill system, or would you keep it as is? I think we talked about it. I'd like to see FE4 remade, or Thracia. I feel like I'm really curious to see how they would do FE4 with like the modern like quality of life adjustments. Like I really want to see how they would do an FE4 remake. I want to see if they would like kind of break up the chapters into like more like filled out arcs. I feel like when it comes to an FE4 remake, you have like this massive like marble fucking thing, and then you have like the blueprint of like what FE4 is, and then you kind of like treat it like the FE, like the RE4 remake, and you kind of like you just like make it amazing, and you just have a really good remake, I guess. I definitely think you could use some modern touches for sure. DC Universe animations? Yeah. Clone Wars is fantastic. Okay, I might be a fake fan for this, but I got into the Star Wars universe like way after Clone Wars, so I haven't seen that yet. Yeah, I'm a fake fan. What's your take on Engage's opening song? It slaps. It's fucking awesome. You at least picked up the free for Mortis and Faye. I have not done that. I should probably do that. Dropped Faye, couldn't keep up with the meta, but I still watch banner reveals. Yeah, that's like kind of like me. Good day, Mega Man. Crazy strong language in your anime. Then you'll... Oh, if you like. Okay. Black Lagoon. Okay. I'm not a huge fan. Did anyone else find diffuse healing confusing? I thought the user would AoE heal, but they're supposed to be the target instead. I kind of forget what diffuse healer does, to be honest. Piggybacking on the gym advice, I do great while actually at the gym, but I struggle to find the motivation to actually just put gym clothes on and get out of the house. Do you have any advice? Prepare the night before. Get your gym bag ready and then you're ready to go. Like sometimes you need to like mentally prepare when you're first starting to like, cause it's such a, if you want the gym to become like a regular part of your life, like it's going to consume a lot of your mental energy, and your physical energy, but your mental energy, because like now you're trying to push yourself and motivate yourself in a different way than you may not be used to. And that's like tough on the mental sometimes. If you kind of like, you don't really know what you want to do when you get there. You'd rather like sit down and like watch TV or like eat something. It takes like it's harder than people think to just get out of their comfort and just go to the gym and like do something that's going to hurt them or like make them feel the burn or like make them sore the next day. So it's like the advice I would give is just, you kind of need to just push yourself over that mental hurdle and like prepare yourself the day before, like get your gym bag ready the day before. And if you know exactly when you're going to do it, then like mentally you've kind of, sometimes you can trick yourself into thinking you've kind of already locked yourself into going to the gym by like committing to even getting your bag ready. So I would say try that. And then like you've done like step one of like the 3-step process of get ready for the gym, work out, and then go home. So you're 1/3 of the way there if you get your bag, right? So I've never been up with the meta either. Just an old team. Good enough to do lunatic challenges? Yeah, word up. Where are you? Another Fodlan game, like a 3H prequel. We don't need more Fodlan. I don't want to deal with Fodlan anymore, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to talk about Fodlan anymore. I don't want to deal with Fodlan anymore. I'm over it. I don't want Fodlan. Okay? No more Fodlan. No more. I don't like it. No more Fodlan, please. Is the arid bar behind you? Yep, that's the arid bar. What do you think is Engage's story biggest mistake and biggest win? Oh, man. That's a great question. I don't know. I mean, I probably do know. Biggest mistake. Well, off the top of my head, I feel like one of the I think I've said this before, but it kind of feels like, I know this may not make a lot of sense, but in my head it does. It feels like Engage doesn't really innovate on much. And it does do things that are kind of like technically new to Fire Emblem, but they don't really feel that creative anyway. And then I feel like they take unnecessary risks at the same time, which is like kind of like innovation, but like in a bad way. Yeah, I always feel like Engage's story never really like is very unique. And then it tries to do unique things, but then it's like, why did we even have to do this? We didn't need to do that. Yeah, it's. I feel like that's kind of hard to explain, but that's kind of the vibe that I get. And its big win. I don't know. It's kind of hard. I really like. I hate being mean, but like, Engage is like literally the bottom tier of Fire Emblem storytelling. I find like. It's just not it. I'm actually like really not a fan of it. It was really disappointing. I was hoping that it would be better than it was. And I was really like hoping that it would be like just a solid story that's like fun and whatever, but it's just really bland. And then it just, I don't like the choices it makes. So rep. It's funny because when I look at Three Houses' plot, it feels like it was a Warriors game, but then Three Hopes feels like a strategy game. I don't know about that Lost Bones. I don't know if I feel the same way. Is Gas going to make hour-long documentaries on Engage characters like he did in Three? I don't think there's enough content. I don't think there's enough content. I don't think there's enough to these characters to warrant anything that's like over 40 minutes, to be super, super honest. Yeah, I don't know. Lumera as a yay or Lumera as a nay? I don't know the context of that. She's decent. Oh, I think when she's alive and she's an actual dragon, like living person, I think she does a serviceable job. That was actually one of the parts of Engage that I didn't mind that much. I thought it was fine, like the setup to Lumera dying early, and then like that kind of starting the whole story or the journey for Alir. I thought that was actually pretty well done. But her coming back was just like, oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. Yeah, that was super weird. I was just like really out of it when, okay, actually this is one of the parts that like I always go back to about why I don't like this story of Engage. So like when Lumera got brought back, she just all of a sudden became like crazy. And I don't know if that was because like Sombron doesn't actually like know Lumera super well or whatever. And he just like, or maybe it was like the corrupted, like, the effect of the corrupted making someone crazy or some shit. But like when Lumera started, when she got the gremlin smile going, I checked out. I actually like checked out mentally. I was like, why do we have to make her another crazy dragon gremlin smile? After that happened, I checked out pretty bad. There was a lot of moments in like the late game of Engage where I just kind of checked out. And I think that was probably why it's on the bottom, like the bottom echelon of like stories for me. It's because there was a lot of moments where I was just like, man, you did that. You did that. I guess it makes sense. I mean, it's your world. I mean, sure. Chapter 22 is so polarizing. I actually kind of forget what that one is. Did you ever read Engage's manga? It's pretty great so far. I did not, JXI. I heard it was not good. Well, the only reason I would say that is because in one of my Engage videos, there was a comment talking about the manga. And someone said that it wasn't being received super well. So I actually have not read it. I also haven't heard it. I also just haven't heard good things about it. Even worse than Rev, even worse than Fates. I feel like Rev is a maybe. I kind of want to go back to Conquest though. And I mean that like actually serious. I want to like go back to like Conquest because I don't remember that much about it anymore. And I feel like I might have different opinions on Corrin these days. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my perspective when it comes to story critique has become a lot more like about like what the author is trying to get across and whether or not that landed or not, rather than what kind of felt like in the past where I would be more pedantic about things because like that was just kind of like the wave back then. Like I've gotten really turned off by like people who like logic lord their way through stories and like criticize like certain character actions based on like, why did you do this? If I were you, I would have done this. And it's like, well, you're not that person. And I feel like a lot of my criticism may have, I do remember like in specific moments, I was like, I would have done this and I used that as like criticism. But I feel like nowadays I don't like that kind of like cinema sins type shit. And I would rather kind of see I want to go back to the old games that I like kind of shit on before and like go in with the perspective that I have now when it comes to like evaluating stories. Cause I feel like it's like more charitable and less like uber pedantic. And I don't want to fall into that trap. Like, I just don't think it's a good idea. I feel like if you try to logic lord your way through like literally every form of media, then like you can't have fun. You can't enjoy stories for what they are. Honestly, there are some points where it's like, why the fuck did you do that? And like sometimes decisions are just really dumb and you're like, wow, that was really stupid. Like even in your mentality or your rationale as a character, why the fuck would you do that? That took me out of the story. Like those things obviously still happen, but I want to go through a story go through a story like a 3D, like Awakening or Conquest or something, with a more holistic perspective on story writing, I guess, if that makes any sense. Yeah. But the Engage manga does actually do things better in terms of explaining character backstories. I recommend at least reading the most recent chapter. I might do that. Thoughts on everyone calling Alear Divine One? I think it's weird with certain characters, and it's strange how blindly people... I kind of don't mind it. I think the thing with Elios is that it's a very like, it's a super, super religious like continent. You either kind of fall into, I believe in the Fell Dragon or I believe in the Divine Dragon. And then there's like Solm kinda, but even Solm is kind of, well, I mean, I don't know about Solm, but like the Solm people from your army. I feel like just Elios is such a huge part, and like Alear is basically like God. He's like literally, or they're like literally walking gods. And the Divine One is like an extremely important figure. So I feel like it's like an honorific that makes sense in the world. I don't really mind it because I feel like, again, it's just like an honorific that like everyone is like huge about. Yeah, I didn't really find a problem with it. It's like the equivalent of Professor, but like it's just Divine One. To like work around the fact that their names are different. Although I think it would be cool if the main story character of like the next game just had their name, so they could actually be called that. Would you consider making more unit emblem guide videos for Engage? I really like the one where you made it with Soren, Hector, Camilla. I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like if you're looking for something when it comes to Engage's characters or units or builds, like that, people have come up with it already. I know a few channels that have done it. Who've done like tier lists and build ideas and stuff. I feel like that content's pretty covered, pretty wide. And I don't think I would really find that much enjoyment in making something like that. But I appreciate it, Myung. Since the devs say that they're fine with each FE game being different in terms of character writing and story, I just want an MC that's like a chill Dante-like character, lol. We need FE7 to be remade for Hector. I absolutely hated how Alear has a clear personality, voice, and how they were integrated in the story, but they all refer to them as Divine One, or the text saying Alear and the cast not saying it. I don't really mind it that much. But yeah, just stop with the custom names. I think we can have a game without that. Alear is basically the biblical definition of Jesus. Yeah. Just because they are dating and life sim elements doesn't mean that the main character needs to be an avatar. Yeah. Don't you think it would have been super cool if this game had a new character as an emblem out of nowhere and it happened to be the main lord for the next FE? That would have been pretty neat. There's still a lot of Engage question marks, like the Zero emblem, like the Emblem of Foundations. And like low key, if they were just like, yeah, it's Henri. Henri was the Emblem of Foundations. He's like the literal OG god of Fire Emblem. Or like the OG like dragon killer, like OG hero of the series is Henri. Man, that would actually blow my fucking mind. That would legit blow my goddamn mind. If the Zero emblem was Henri and they had like more DLC, I just really hope they like tighten the knot. That's not the right phrase. Tighten the knot. I hope they get married. No. No. Tie up loose ends. That's what I meant to say. Not tighten the knot. That means getting married. Like trim the... Yeah, tie the loose ends so we can know what Sombron meant. Because clearly they're like baiting us with DLC or something. It's like not a complete end. So I wonder that because the Fel Xenologue had nothing to do with the Zero emblem whatsoever. So maybe they drop more DLC. Like maybe there's like a wave 5 coming out or some shit. Like, you know, who knows? Where are we? Oh, chat's going crazy. I feel like dragons are over the course of Fire Emblem's lifetime have lost some slight bit in their narrative reference. We've gone from Naga to Naui. Naga. Oh. 50% cat, 50% girl. Do you mean like they're not as narratively relevant anymore as they did in like the past games? I feel, because if that's the case, I feel like yeah, just let me know if that's what you meant, because then I'd have to think of an answer to that, but I think I would have one. JXI, but yeah, Engage's manga is a lot like the Fates manga, which provides an alternate and more detailed retelling of the game. That does sound interesting. The Zero Emblem is the Zero Emblem Sami. That's great. Yeah, I was hoping to learn more about the Emblem Foundation for the Xenologue, like how Citri was explained more in Cindered Shadows. Yeah, but even never mind. You mentioned Fodlan. I am obligated to not acknowledge. They did have an emblem ring of the main character for the next game. His name is Sigurd. True. Chat keeps like okay, here we are. What if Emblem of Foundations is the main character of some canceled games? That's a great question. I think Sami is Henri. The biggest offender is Shez. Shez is actually a character and was really refreshing to see an MC with a semblance of a personality again, and yet they had to have custom names. I didn't mind Shez. I think that's not too bad. Shez really felt like their own person, instead of just this kind of like blank slate. So I didn't really mind Shez too much. I do mind that they baited us with lore and like an ending or like DLC that they just never followed up on. Still not over that. Fuck that shit. Who's your mom, Shez? Who is your mom? Seriously. Who is your mom? Goddamn. I think Dragon lore got more convoluted with time. Yeah. Well, that's actually an interesting thing to think about. Like Dragon lore. Because even Kaga's like Dragon lore was pretty crazy. Like the whole like 12 Crusaders thing and how like Naga came down and like helped them, and like how Forseti and Uller like pretty much like brokered a contract with like oh my god, with Lewin and Abel. Like that's like legit divine intervention at that point. Yeah, like that shit was crazy. But all like the time travel shit, I don't know. I kind of wished we didn't do that. Low key, I'm not really huge. I don't know if I'm that big on like the time travel stuff or like the dimensional hopping stuff that was established. It's like, bro, I don't know. The like Dragon's Gate shenanigans happened since Blazing Sword, which obviously aren't the same thing. Because Dragon Gates are like, I don't know, they kind of make enough sense. They seem like they're feasible to happen. Some random guy. Quick question. Was FX's story on level with the main campaign or slightly better? Hella. I think it was hella better. I think FX's story was fucking dope, to be super honest. I thought it slapped super hard. It's awesome that FE is tied to the main series with the DLC. Maybe? I don't know. It's interesting, that's for sure. You found a setup for one-rounding FX using Emblem Alir instead of Roy. Way less investment since he just needs an A-Spar partner. We talk about Engage Plus? We talking about Engage Plus right now? I can see it. Engage Plus is broken. Engage Plus destroys. I actually like love Engage Plus so much. You just become like a death machine. Like two characters just become like death machines for like 4 turns. It's fucking awesome. There's no explanation for the intro unless FX explains it. Didn't do it. I don't think they explained it. Fire Emblem Engage Warriors would explain Zero Emblem. Yeah, honestly, you're right. Reverence? Not reference. Boy. Bert! Thank you for subscribing. I honestly think that Zero Emblem... Oh, Mo! Thank you for subscribing. Imagine... I honestly think that Zero Emblem was essentially just an imaginary friend. I mean, they need more anniversary titles. I don't think so. I don't want more anniversary titles, man. Do your anniversary title on your 40th. You got 7 years, okay? Make a original world and stuff, and stop. Like, let Marth go to sleep. Let him sleep. He's in everything. Like, let the guy take a rest. Give him a nap. Oh, they need more anniversary titles. No. What do you think of the nature of the emblems? I find them fascinating, like how Sigurd has awareness of his own death. Honestly, I don't. The emblems are a huge question mark, to be honest. Like, they can't eat, but they can hold things, but they can't hold things, but they can duel you. But, like, they can, like, make contact with, like, real, like, I don't know. Like, they can't eat, which I think is just like a fun like trivia thing. Like, oh, emblems can't eat food or whatever. But it's like, why not? You can get hit. What? Okay. What about this scenario? You're in the arena. You know an emblem can't eat food. What if you had like a food fight, and instead of like your bow and arrow, ATA was like, it's like Taco Tuesday, Sigurd, and she threw a taco in his face, and he took damage for it, but some went in his mouth. Like, what happens? Does the food just like drop down like a skeleton? Like, what's going on here? How do you not eat? What do you mean? How are you able to smell things if you can't eat it? I don't understand. This is me right now. How do you work? Emblems. Figure it out. Oh, I lost track of where we are. Hold on, I'm trying to find where we are. Oh yeah, nature of the emblems. Yeah, I hope I answered your question, because I'm not really sure. I think they're pretty cool. They seem to be like the spirits, but they also like kind of know that their time on the earth is finite. I wonder if they do like want to just chill and like die and just like be at peace or whatever. Cause like you'd think they would, but maybe they're just like the spirit and like they're like a copy of like the actual emblems or the actual heroes, but they're not them themselves type thing. Cause they have to be, right? Because like Sigurd fucking died. He's dead. So I feel like it's just like this like outsourced like specter thing. That brings them back. And it's kind of like them in the afterlife almost. But I don't even think that's the case, because I'm pretty sure like the bracelets are like, we're going to be here until we have to go back, and now we're going to bicker or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's not, maybe it doesn't work like it does in Fae. I don't remember. I'll have to, someone will have to let me know. What concepts for bad guys would you like to see more? Maybe something like For Mortis, or maybe just a normal warlord for more land. I kind of like the latter. I honestly liked Rafal, to be honest. He was a pretty badass villain, all things considered. Like, I want... I like villains or like antagonists who kind of know what they're doing. And like who don't want sympathy type thing. Like just total assholes. And like just as long as they're kind of involved in the story, I guess, like if they're like giving the protagonist like reasons to do things and like they're forcing them to develop in like important ways, that's pretty important to me. Obviously it's not the only thing that's important, but I think it's a pretty good thing to have, whether or not you're like a demon god or you're just like fucking Ashnard or something. I think it's pretty important to at least compel the protagonist to do stuff. I think that's like pretty important. Or like just to like, I kind of do just like having villains who are just straight up assholes. Like they're unapologetically like douchebags and they're doing everything out of self-interest. And they're just like being this massive obstacle for the heroes. I do think like sorcerers, like dark magic sorcerers, are kind of like, well, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say that. I think you can make any type of villain work. Like Garneth was a really good villain. Nurgle did have good moments. But like Veld kind of was just like a waste of time. Veld was just the guy basically. Manfroy was like a pretty good villain. So yeah, I don't know. I think as long as you're making the protagonists have to work for it and compels them to like make them better, I guess it's pretty good. Tiki and Shadow Dragon was special. The almighty power of the enemy under your command. Tiki and Shadow Dragon were the almighty power of the enemy under your command was an interesting concept. I feel like the concept has lost all meaning now since we can just be a dragon. Oh, I think I know what you mean. I kind of see what you're talking about, but I also feel like maybe some games are just like really like, I don't know, because like you can't really just be a dragon, right? Like dragon units are still pretty few and far between, even in the universes they're in. Like Noe is one divine dragon out of like 2. And one of them is Tiki. She's kind of like the most like goofy dragon, I guess. Sorry, there's not 2, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this one, but I do feel like dragons are still very, very important in their games. There's always some like really important thing that the dragons can do that no one else can. Like Naga literally like in Awakening like brings them to another dimension or whatever. Even if it's not divine dragons, it's like Grima was like this crazy ass dragon. There's a lot of relevancy and like power that Milla and Duma have. The Dusk and the Dawn dragons are kind of these ambiguous things that they exist. But like dragons are like, they kind of run the world in Fates. I don't know. I'm kind of just like rambling. But then like Rhea is like the dragon of all time in Fodlan. So I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily agree with they lost, like the concept has lost all meaning. It only takes one game to bring it back, right? I don't know. Say you're not acknowledging Fodlan is acknowledging Fodlan. Is there hopes? Is Three Hopes your least favorite game? No. Definitely not. Why do you answer this Fodlan comment? I don't know. Zero Emblem is Sami? I hope not. Chess's mom is Zero Emblem? Exactly. I feel like while we certainly do have dragons that are still worshipped hard, Alir and Lumera, but the dragons themselves are more human/relatable. Humane/relatable. Boy. Coral Nest just subscribed. Thank you, Coral. Once again, guys, if you want to help support the stream, you can always leave a like on the stream. And if you feel like supporting in other ways, you can always give a super chat and have your name on the bottom there. Or you can become a retainer. There's 12 retainers right now. Yeah. Let me... Oh, great. The dragons themselves seem more humane/relatable. I can sort of see where you're coming from with that for sure. Like, in FE4, the dragons were like actual, like you didn't really see them. They were very mysterious. There was a lot of history behind them, but you never really got to see them. Naga was a guy in FE3 or Arcanea, which is funny. Except then Naga wasn't a guy and was depicted as a woman in Arcanea Saga, I think. But they were all these. That's an aside. Well, Tiki was a kid basically. FE4 and FE5 didn't have like dragons, like dragon units. FE6 had Fa or Fae and Nadune. FE7 had Ninian. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of the playable dragons are like, well, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard because like a lot of the dragons, they live among humans to begin with. So because of their dragon stones and how like they kind of siphon off their energy through that. So they live as humans. So they're kind of relatable in that way, where like most of the playable dragons and Manicheets in the series are just mostly, they have like they're literally humans because they live among them and they take their form and stuff. So I guess it's kind of like one or the other. Either you're like this mysterious divine being that only gets mentioned like in lore, or you're like playable and you're kind of a normie. So I still think there's like this big status when it comes to the dragons, so even if they're playable, there's always like some crazy lore and story behind like how they act and operate and stuff. Would you advise for a Fire Emblem movie? Fucking yeah. Hell yeah. I would super do that. They have to make Thracia a Netflix series. I feel like intelligent systems prevented Three Hopes from getting DLC due to bring more attention to it. I have no idea. You want an FE game about the 12 Crusaders? Now that would be a cool Warriors game. That would be a cool Warriors game. Like, I don't know, maybe that's it. If you had to pick an FE character to be an emblem that was completely out of left field. Not a lord or main character? What's one that isn't my bias but would also be like a good pick? Well, Soren kind of falls into that category. Soren was a random ass fucking choice. Not a lord, Not a main character. That would be out of left field. Black Knight. I would have him be one. He's so cool, man. Black Knight is my choice. What do you think about FE still using mind control in their story? Should probably get over. They should probably stop doing that, to be honest. Tristan, that's funny. Live action or animated? I would prefer animated because every action would not look right. Like those AI videos? Yeah. Definitely an anime for sure. Like an animated series of Fire Emblem, I think. Like an anime adaptation. I think an anime adaptation of like Thracia would be the coolest thing ever, but that's just like me being silly. Imagine a future Engage port just called Engage Plus. Also, thoughts on the Brodia cast. I really like all Kristen's appearance due to how their personal skills synergize. Jade's from Brodia, so it's the best. Jade and Saphir are both from Brodia, and they're both awesome, so heck yeah. Lapis is cool. I like Lapis's personality. I find her really relatable. I actually do resonate when I watch her supports. I was really resonating a lot with like her confidence issues and her kind of being ashamed of like where she's from in a small town or like a rural village. Because I used to be made fun of for that because I grew up in a rural area. And people used to make fun of, like, they used to tease me about like living in like the boonies and shit. And so like I actually like fully relate to like the insecurities that Lapis is written to go through. That's why I really liked her too, because like I really felt like, oh my god, I totally get this. And like that kind of insecurity only really comes from like really coming from a small town or coming from like a village where like you do like very simplistic and rural things. Because like City Slickers from like fucking Ontario used to make fun of me for it, and I was like, it really pissed me off. Like it really grinded my gears. Almost got in a fight about it once. I'm not even kidding. I almost got in a fight about it. Yeah, it's not nice to be made fun of for that, but that's what happens. Yeah. And then Jade is awesome. I love Jade's character. And Saphira's pretty good. Saphira's a really solid character too. I like them. Which characters would you want to see in Heroes that haven't gotten in yet? Lawrence propaganda. Yoder from FE6 for sure. Mulder from FE8. Largo would be cool. Warren from FE3 or like New Mystery for sure. Lester from FE4. Homer from FE5. Pern from FE5 as well. Atlas is already in. Trying to think of someone from like Gaiden. But a lot of them are already in. I guess Jesse. I feel like Jesse would if he's not in yet, I feel like Jesse would probably just be like not that good. Dean's already in. Sonya's already in. Maybe Jeddah, I guess. No, fuck. What am I talking about? Nui Baba. Get her in. Get her as a GHB. I want Nui Baba stat. God, I love her. I love Nui Baba. Marth 3 years later and is called again for more fan service. Just let me die. Marth is a trooper. He is an actual, like, he's gone through some shit and he's always around. He is an absolute trooper. I think it would be better to have remakes of the older games before thinking of another anniversary game. Yeah, no, I don't even think an anniversary game was even necessary, but I feel like they really got fucked by all the delays. I feel like it really threw like the pipeline for Fire Emblem games like kind of like bad, because in an ideal world, it feels like we would have had Three Houses like way earlier without the 2 delays, and then without COVID, then like we could, like, there could be an alternate timeline where like we're playing a remake right now or something. Maybe I'm just talking out of my ass, but it kind of feels that way. I do think a remake is in the future though, for sure. And it's going to go so hard, man. Oh my God. It is going to blow up. The thing that people don't understand about Echoes was that it sold what it wanted to sell, and that wasn't super, super high, but like it sold what it was expected to sell, which is what you want. Obviously you want to like sell like hotcakes and like sell beyond what you would anticipate. But when people say like Echoes was like a flop, like they're wrong. Unless I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure they don't consider Echoes like a failure for sales. I'm pretty sure they sold what they expected to, which is what exactly what you want for a remake of fucking Gaiden. I think so. You're saying smack him with the biting blade. Sorry that I'm late to chat. I'm just like responding and reading chat right now, so it's gonna take me a while to catch up because I'm going on a bunch of these like tangents when I answer questions. I'll get oh no, I'll get to them. Oh my gosh. Wow, I am so behind on chat. I just got to my comment on this. I just got to that. So we're still a ways behind. Thank you everyone who's tuning into the stream right now. We have 82 people watching. I really appreciate it. You guys spending your time with me. I'm having a lot of fun just answering questions with you guys. It's awesome. If you want to support the stream, please make sure you leave a like on the stream as well. And if you want to become a member, you can by clicking join, and you get access to emotes, a channel badge next to your name, and behind the scenes videos as well. For those interested in becoming a member, there is a members only video out that was published last week about my thoughts on Engage's supports in more detail. And I'm going to be publishing another members only video probably tomorrow or the next day, going over kind of behind the scenes and my thought process when it came to writing the Xenologue review. So if those kind of behind the scenes videos interest you, you can become a member. Okay, maybe they just don't have taste. Emblems would use the joke weapons. AT gets revenge on Gold Mary. We will never know why the emblems cannot eat or touch things. Yeah, for sure. Opinions on bond supports in Engage. I like them. I think they're very like, I like how they're so close to Radiant Dawn. I like them a lot. I like the bond supports. They do like just enough, I find. They use the joke weapons in the arena to throw fruit at them. Yeah. Did their creator make Dimitri as the first emblem, then accidentally build every other character from one of the blueprints? That's a good one. That's a very good question. I am not sure. Edelgard, Dimitri, and Claude suggest that the emblems are completely conscious while they're in the rings and bracelets prior to being awakened. Yeah, that's a good... I see. I'm not sure because, like, maybe they're awakened, but maybe they're not, because the bracelets themselves, they were put asleep. Wait. Yeah, the emblems, the bracelets were put asleep because I don't know. I don't know. The bracelets get, I feel like, I don't know why the bracelets are asleep in our timeline. I forget. It's a great question. Someone can lore head that. I'm not really sure. Emblems are like heroic spirits from Fate series. If you know that franchise rabbit hole. That, yeah, I feel like they're just heroic spirits type thing. I've been trying to gather information on how emblems work for my own amusement. It's super inconsistent and have some emblems smell while others don't. Yeah, who knows? Taco Tuesday, the ultimate weapon? Maybe. Even as a playable unit, Rafal is ass. I thought Rafal was going to be really good as a playable unit in the main story. Is he actually bad? Wait, actually? Is he actually bad in the main story too? You miss having to explore dungeons and echoes? Yeah. I feel like if they refined the echoes dungeons into something that's kind of like more, I don't know, explory, then it could work. Because dungeon exploration was, yeah, I don't know. I did quite enjoy the dungeon exploration, I think. I just really liked everything that Gaiden did pretty much. So I have a massive bias. Like when people talk shit about like part 4's fucking, or chapter 4's like swamp maps and stuff, I'm like, bro, you just get good. I'm like that toxic when it comes to Echo's gameplay. I'm literally like, just get good, figure it out, use your flyers, they deal effective damage against monsters, get good. I'm like super toxic when it comes to like defending Echo's gameplay. I'm like, because I come from Gaiden, like I came from Gaiden, which means like I went through all that shit. And I'm like, I came out the fan of Gaiden of all time. So I'm like mega toxic about people who complain about Echoes. I'm just like, get good. I mean it sarcastically, but low key I don't. But I kind of do. Nail twist ruined the story for me. I actually got surprised by that. That actually took me by surprise. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was just like edgily designed, and I don't know. I didn't think he would be the one to betray them. But he did. What are your thoughts on Grima's personality and character? Kind of good, I guess. I'm honestly like not super knowledgeable of Awakening and like Grima's ness. Yeah, but as far as I remember, I liked Grima. I don't think I had a problem with Grima, to be honest. He was just kind of like a dick. Veld being just some random dude makes sense for FE5 in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you could make that argument for sure. And I could definitely see it. Like the story was more about Thracia and like more about like Leaf just liberating, and then like getting into like chapter 6 or 7 or whatever. So I could see that, yeah. Like Veld, it like the story doesn't like really need a major. Well, I mean it does, right? It has Raedric. Like Raedric technically is like the main antagonist. Well, he is the main antagonist, and Veld is just like, I don't know. Maybe you can make some argument that like Veld was a representation of like what's going on in Yggdrasil being bigger than Thracia and then bigger than Leaf. Because technically that's true. Like, yeah. Veld is a metal design in Fae though, so that's pretty cool. Veld goes hard in Fae. He was fucking awesome. They really made his design super cool in Fae. Like, damn. He went from this generic bald, like green, like an olive robe dude to like this blinged out robe. Veld was so cool in Fae, man. Oh yeah, Gangrel was a great villain. How do you feel with the map exploration and engage? I feel like it was cool at first. No, I did not care about that. I did not care about map exploration and engage at all. I skipped every single one, basically. I got tired of it. I didn't feel like running everywhere. I don't know. I feel like the characters didn't really have anything important to say. And the drops were like, here's ore and here's whatever, and it's like, okay. It just kind of felt like a really watered down version of like Echoes' dungeon exploration, but it meant nothing basically. Oh, is there a delay in the audio? Oh no, hold on. Is there? Oh my god, there's like a second of delay. Oh my god, there's like a second of delay. Hold on, I have to fix this. Is it the audio after, or hold on? Is it the audio after, or hold on? Oh my, the camera's super laggy. Capture audio only. Why are you lagging? Did it fix? Did I just fix it? Oh, I did too.
Did it fix?
Oh, nice. Okay, great. Whoops. We've been going on for an hour and a half, and finally someone said something. That's funny. Well, apparently people didn't mind, so. Wouldn't be a Fargast stream without audio delays. Okay, back to questions.
Did I just fix it?
Yeah, sorry, no. I was playing stream. That's why you heard that just now.
That's why.
Oh, I'm doing it again. Shh. Okay. Do you think there'll be more DLC for Engage? I hope so. What do you think of your own channel? I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of the channel. I'm really happy about it. It's great. I'm really happy we got there. I'm just happy. I'm just happy about, you know, making Fire Emblem content and it being such a huge part of my life. It feels really good and very validating to have Mr. Plaque up there. Right there. It's great. Hoping that Sami was a zero emblem. What would your opinion of Engage change if Sami was suddenly treated like Lilith from FE4? No. I actually do like how Sami is just like a mascot. Like Sami does not need to be anything more than that. It's good. Like, don't give Sami anything. Just let Sami be this dog thing that shakes its butt and gives you bond fragments. We do not need any. We do not need Sami lore. Let Sami be. Sami is too innocent to become like a human or some shit. Now we're talking about Naga. Have you read the manga Fire Emblem Hasha no Tsurugi? It's set in FE6 Binding Blade, but instead of following Roy, it follows a kid named Al, who's just a shonen protagonist. No, I have not. But I know who Al is. Like, I know that whole thing. Now, that would be crazy. Can you imagine a Fae banner and it's Al? Oh my god. Al, Gant. Who are the other two? What are the weapons in FE6? There was Al's sword, Gant lance. That's all I remember. Black Knight would be so cool. Actually, wow, I'm so behind on chat. Good gosh. Base choice, great answer. Black Knight, definitely. Black Knight emblem. His special would be popping out of a house onto the battlefield. What if instead of your mom or your sister getting brainwashed, it's your Jagan? What is this? Your Jagan? I was gonna comment on Gunter, but I guess Gunter kind of does his own thing. What about the dragon? Dragon is going crazy in Fire Emblem stories. Well, dragon like craziness from old age is like iconic. It's like the iconic trait for dragons in Fire Emblem. So those are like I'm always down for dragons going crazy because it's like just so established, I guess. I never mind it when it comes up. To be honest, I just think it's like so ingrained in Fire Emblem. I never really, maybe there's a game where I was like, man, that has to stop, but As far as I remember, I've never minded that part of dragons. I thought it was pretty cool. Like, I really liked how like dragon degeneracy. That's so funny when I say it, dragon degeneracy, but it's just like, how else would you explain it? Like dragon degeneracy, because you're degenerating, but you're not a degenerate. It's just funny to say. I think Nell talks about that with Celestia and her supports. I don't know. She put it in an interesting way. I know it's in a DLC support where it talks about dragons and like aging up. Yeah. His head is so small. Black Knight summons a house just to kick the door down. Guess who's back? Lapis is a sweetheart. Love Saphir. Lapis. Do you think do you think the fast rate of Engage DLC releasing is a hint towards something else? Fire Emblem Boy. Shubam has subscribed. Thank you. I think it also might just be because they had extra time waiting. Yeah, Mailman. Oh, hey, Mailman, what's up? I think so. I think the fast pace of Engage, having to catch up because they were late on it. Like I said previously, I low-key think they wanted to push this out so like they could just focus on Tears of the Kingdom, because that's going to be the hugest Zelda game literally ever. And they just wanted to like let people play Engage really fast and then like forget about it and then do this, because yeah, I think people are moving on pretty quick from Engage already, which is really sad, but what are you going to do? Have Nui Baba as a GHP before Jeddah? Oh, hell yeah. So, is that Nui Baba emote happening? Yeah, eventually. The Nui Baba emote should happen. I don't like the art style characters or what little I've seen from the story of Engage. The issue at hand is, will the game still be worth it, or will I drop it mid-playthrough due to the issues? If you're... See, that's interesting, because there's a real life buddy of mine who's going through Engage right now and is like very new to the series and is having a really, really good time with the gameplay. The guy is like a smart strategy like head, so he's really enjoying the strategic elements of it. So if you're one of the people who like play play strategy games and you just kind of like want to like challenge yourself like with tactics and whatever, I still think Engage is going to be really, really good. Like it's going to be a really fun time for you. But if you're looking for something that's like the characters, if you're expecting like the craziness from characters, then I don't know, I can't really say. But if you're new to the series and you like colorful casts and like lighthearted character moments and like kind of Saturday morning cartoon vibes, then I do think that like Engage would be like good characters and good story for you. If you are like that, because I know one person that's like literally that of each. I know one person who's never played Fire Emblem before, and for the characters that like of people who like are familiar with Fire Emblem, especially Three Houses, they're like, oh my god, I love these characters. They're so fun. Like their personalities are so quirky, and like that's great. And they don't mind that, like they don't mind the goofy traits of the characters and stuff. They actually really like them, and they're it appeals to them, because they're colorful and fun and goofy. And they relate to them and stuff like that, which is nice. But there's other people who like got turned off so hard by the story and characters they stopped playing. There's other people who like didn't give a shit about the story and like they think it's serviceable enough, and like they focus on the gameplay, which that is a thing that happens too. So really, if you like gameplay, you'll like it. And if it's your first Fire Emblem and you like colorful, silly characters, then you'll like it too. It's hard. It's really just play the game, see if you like it, and if you do, congrats, you're playing Fire Emblem now. Imagine delaying a game twice and ending up with a rush result. Cannot be Three Houses. Waiting for the randomizer? Cannot say anything. Something I can't stand in Fire Emblem though is when heroes and villages stand there in a cutscene, like, what are you doing? I suppose. Oh, I caught up to chat. I am now caught up with chat. There we go. I've caught up to chat now. We did it. We're back. We're with chat. Oh. Where are we here? Go back. You are, but there's still so much. Did you skip? Did I skip chat? I'm pretty sure I didn't skip chat. I'm on live chat and I'm caught up. Yeah, like Mavir is a really good character. Mavir is a sick fucking character. He's awesome. Mavir and Vale were really, really well elevated. Like Mavir and Vale were already pretty good, but like, man, the DLC supports like made Vale and Mavir like way better. They're really good characters in my opinion. Yeah, if I missed a question or if I missed a comment or something, just like type it again and I'll get back to it. I might have missed some conversations. Like sometimes the chat like would skip without like scrolling or anything. So if I didn't answer a question of yours, just comment again. Say, should time rewind powers be integrated into the story? Nope. No, keep it strictly gameplay. Like, keep it strictly gameplay. Like, just, you don't even need to make it a gameplay or like a tie-in with lore. Just like, you can just say, hey, we have rewind mechanics in this. Like, you can do this, and that's it. Like, you don't need to make it related to the world. Like, who cares honestly? Like, doesn't fucking matter. Just make it a thing. Don't integrate time travel into your story, please, God. How do I feel about Sacred Echoes? I've never played it. Like I said before, I've never played an FE8 ROM hack, so I've never played it. But I've heard nothing but good things, and I know the guy who makes the animations for him because he's made animations for Bloodlines too. Saphira is only 35. How canonical is that? It kind of depends if you take, I don't know. Engage isn't like aged characters and engaged make no sense. Yeah, it's a headache. I did JXI. I did see the engagement. Actually, it looks pretty cool. How do you feel about the Fel Xenologue story? It's great. I really like it. I think the engaged story is really good. I have a lot of feelings about it because I feel like people who don't like it. Well, not everyone, but I do think there's like scenes that are questionable to some people. I feel like they are defensible. So I'm thinking about making a video about like defending Fel Xenologue's story, or even just talking about it, because the characters are solid and their supports are really good, and like that's a really, really high quality aspect of the DLC is the story. I like the risks that it takes, and I feel like while there are some I feel like there are some aspects. I lost my train of thought. I might make a video about it. I'm not sure. How's Smash going? It's good. I picked up Roy. Roy is my character that I'm playing. I used to play Byleth. I'm playing Roy now, so I'm actually like, today is my 2-week anniversary of Roy. And I'm learning bread and butter combos, and I'm gonna enter a bracket in a couple weeks with the fresh new season here in the province. So I'm excited to bust out the Roy. For those who don't know, I'm really hard into. I've been really hard into Smash Ultimate for the past like few months. Like really hard into it. So hopefully my practice pays off with Mr. Roy. Favorite DLC emblem is probably Hector, to be honest. He's so cool. I'm just so happy there's Hector content. What's the song in the outro called? It's Life Returns from Path of Radiance. Yeah, that Hozu, exactly. Oh my gosh, where are we? Do you have any plans for Advance Wars reboot? I want to play the new Zelda game. I have so my Zelda history is Oracle of Seasons, which I played the Game Boy, the Game Boy. It was Game Boy. I think Oracle of Seasons was OG Game Boy. I don't think it was Game Boy Color, was it? Was Oracle of Seasons Game Boy Color or Game Boy? No, it was definitely Game Boy Color. What am I talking about? Of course it was Game Boy Color. I played Oracle of Seasons. I played Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Minish Cap, Link to the Past. I think just those 5. Because I never had an N64, so I never played Ocarina of Time or Majora's. And people make fun of me for that. They're like, "You're a Zelda fan, but you've never played Ocarina of Time?" I'm like, shut the fuck up. So yeah, those 5. I played Oracle of Seasons. Shut up. You're talking about me not playing Ocarina. Fuck off. Yeah. So, and I never played Skyward Sword, and I never played Breath of the Wild. Or the one for the 3DS, or the remake on the Switch. But I've been thinking about Tears of the Kingdom because it looks so cool, and I don't know if I would ever make content on it because I do not have the lore anything. There are lore gods of Zelda that I'm not even gonna bother. But I think making fun content for Tears of the Kingdom could be cool. I have no clue though. That's a distant thought. Nell's voice acting was incredible. Nell was really good. I'm not a huge fan of Engage's localization. Why do they purposely mispronounce things? I will never know. I'm still not over Celine being pronounced Saline. God, I hate that so much. Do you prefer any of the hounds over the winds? Not really, to be honest. The 4 hounds, they're just, I just think the winds are better. Maybe Gris. No, fuck that. I think Gris is the best hound. And yeah, I think Gris over Gregory. But Matt, I hate Marnie. I can't stand that character. And Zephia is whatever. Boucheron's only 6'3". Like, I thought that guy was fucking 6'6" or something. In the book, he's only 6'3". Dude, he's like an inch and a half taller than me. That's crazy. When's the next viewer fighting stream for Smash? Would love to fight your Roy. That's a great question. I'm not sure. I don't know. If I'll ever stream Smash. That's a question mark for sure. Yeah, Gris does clear for sure. Oh my god, I lost it. Oh god, no. Wait. Wait, where am I? Nell's voice acting is incredible. Oh yeah, here we are. Yeah, I think sometimes like the chat pop-out window like skips chat sometimes. So I feel like sometimes I skip over like entire things. Nice, I also main Croy with Bowser's side character. I think it's decent coverage for the characters. They still lose to Pikachu and Pichu, but rep, I guess. But I think besides that, they have good coverage for each other. Have you reached Elite Smash with anyone else? Yeah. Kinda. I had a friend come over and he was bored, so he just got a bunch of characters in Elite Smash. So technically, I have a few characters in Elite, but I've only actually gotten like 4 into Elite. Well, 3 actually. Almost 4. Only 3. Just imagine if Fire Emblem introduced a crazy joke character that can use food as a weapon, like bombs that were made out of candy. Interesting. What's a good Fire Emblem song? Watery Music Box from Fates. I love that one. Chancellor Lear in the next Smash? Maybe. Yeah, I also don't think Saphir and Vander are 35 and 45. There's no fucking way. Fun fact, the ancient Tellius tongue is literally Japanese Pig Latin. I did not know that. That's really cool. Oracle Games or Game What Color? Why do you think Engage's DLC got rolled out so much faster? I think they're just trying to like move on and get to the next Nintendo Spotlight game. I will defend Four Swords Adventure. Are you gonna try Tears of the Kingdom? I think so, yeah. Why not Breath of the Wild? I feel like I can't play Breath of the Wild right now. I feel like I can't sink my teeth in that because there's another project coming up that is gonna take up my time for gaming, so I don't think I can do that right now. Yeah, Chris. I hope the bracket goes well. Thank you. I'll let you guys know in 2 weeks how it goes. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm not expecting much. You're gonna head out? Oh, why did you skip? Maybe I did skip a lot. See ya, cat girl. I'm making a video on Fire Emblem Engage after I'm done with my semester. I plan to describe the 4 hounds as a teacher stuck with 3 schoolyard bullies. Marnie is really annoying. All the homies hate Marnie. Yeah, low-key. I'd play in Smash, but I'm hella rusty. My Switch has a habit of spontaneously crashing unless it's engaged. Game's safe for some reason. I don't know. Dialogue and layer. Megan Taylor Harvey? I did not know that. Everyone loses to the rats, yeah. Like almost like every character loses to Pikachu, basically. Or they either like Pikachu has a really good spread, but it's Pikachu. I'm a pro controller player, Mongo. Are you a fan of BioWare RPGs like Mass Effect? No. Not because I don't like it, it's because I just never played it. I used to have Byleth and Chromas in Elite Smash, but then lost recently. I am so used to rollback in other fighting games these days. That makes sense. Favorite Fire Emblem? Oh man, favorite Fire Emblem. Yeah, I don't know. You have to be more specific. I will find a favorite Fire Emblem any given day of the week. Like, I'm so bad at that. My opinions on my favorite Fire Emblem game changes like all the time. It's crazy. I believe character heights being weird due to conversion from metric, and it's weird to say something like 5.5. Would you choose an emblem? Who would you choose as an emblem ring to follow for the rest of your life? Of the ones that are there? The rest of my life? Probably Leaf. I feel like whenever I'd be down, Leaf is like if I was having a really, really rough time at life and like I was really down in the dumps, Leaf would be like, Gast, I have a story for you. And then he would like recite some fucking war story of Thracia and how he like fought to the tooth and nail, getting enemy weapons and using them and like facing all odds and like not being able to wield his family's heirlooms because he didn't have the blood. I feel like Leaf would be like the most inspiring one. That or like Micaiah. I feel like Leaf or Micaiah would be my picks. Cause like they would probably give you the most. Yeah. Micaiah just might like keep you alive. I don't know. Micaiah might be able to like help you like physically. Keep you alive. Hello from Halifax. Hello. What is the most underrated non-kaga FE game? The most underrated non-kaga game. Most underrated. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Shadow Dragon. Nope, that's technically Kaga. 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 13. Most underrated? Probably, if we're talking about non-Kaga related games, I would say Sacred Stones. That like Sacred Stones always seem like maybe underrated is the wrong word. Maybe like overlooked might be. Cause FE8 is a fucking random ass game. Like it was just like new continent, new characters, fucking whatever, demons and zombies and shit. It was like so random. Like I used to have this thought a lot. Like FE8 was so fucking random. Like what the fuck is that? No, like it's a standalone continent, which is like so rare. What the fuck, FE8? What are you doing? Dude, what? Like, bro. FE8 is random as fuck. Thoughts on Xenoblade? I've never played it. I've never played a Xenoblade game in my life. I heard that Xenoblade stories are fucking wild though. Like they're crazy. Engage with 3 houses, depending on what the context is. Dogman. Beth. I remember we used near replicant music. Oh, yes. Oh yeah. So in case you don't know, so Near Gestalt was is one of my favorite games of all time. I played that on the original, I think it was a PS3 game. Yeah. Yes. Because it came out in like the 2010s. I think it was I think it came out for the PS3. And then I played the remake of, I played Near Replicant 1.42 or whatever, and I actually streamed that on the channel. I streamed that on the old streaming channel, and I fucking 100% of that game. Oh my god, I love that game so much. Near Replicant is a fucking amazing game. Oh my god. God, I love those games. And the new ending, oh god. That was a game. Gestalt and Replicant, phooey. That takes me back. Would Leaf and Lucina be Fire Emblem Lords that would count as war veterans? Oh, I think I know what you... But which lords would count as war vets? Well, they technically all would. Because they all go through shit. Yeah, they technically all would. Like, Leaf... yeah. I don't say, I think you need to be more specific with the question. Yeah. I'm finally doing 3H Maddening. So far, it's just everything doubles you and has passed. Does it get better? You have to be faster. Like, cause like, you're just gonna have to take the L on a lot of people doubling you and like not doubling them. That's like the Maddening specials. People are fast AF. Oh yeah, Papa Near for sure. Yeah. Oh, thoughts on Xenoblade? It looks really good. I know like I know like really broad strokes of like Xenoblade 1. And like all I know is that Shulk is like fucking cool as fuck and like mega badass, and like Smash did a really bad job representing him. That's like as far as I know of Xenoblade, is that like they kind of fucked up Shulk really bad. What is the best Switch game feature and why is it Amiibo Gazebo? You said it right there. It's the best. Wait, it's out of sync? Really? That's too bad. Oh, I think you're right. What is with this? Hold on. Oh, I think you're right. That's just happening. Yeah, on my side too. Weird. Well, if I click deactivate and reactivate it, did that fix it? I don't think it did. Or did it? I think it did. Chat, what do you think? Did I just fix the desync? It did fix? Interesting. I wonder what's going on with that. That's weird. Yeah, just let me know if it desyncs again. I played Replicant before Automata, and it was one of the best stories I've ever experienced. Hello from Germany. Yeah, I totally agree. If you guys haven't ever played Nier, Gestalt, or Replicant, like, do it. It is insane. Like, holy shit. What a fucking crazy story. My God. That's crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It is so good. A few with different roots or single root. What is the best? Different roots. I would say different roots at this point. I think different roots is like the ideal path that new Fire Emblem games will take. I just hope that they have the resources and the time to really flesh them out. I do think different roots is like the future, and after playing Engage and having the one route, I'm like, I low-key like the different routes. I'm like, I think I'd rather have a three houses type thing, to be honest. Like, I thought maybe we'd have enough of the split routes and stuff, but after playing Engage and how, like, yeah, I think I want a multi-route game again. That's my big 180, my big heel turn. Do you have any collector's editions of FE? I have the Shadows of Valencia collector's edition, or like the book thing, the special edition. That's what I meant to say. That's the only one I have, actually. Thoughts on Automata? Never played it. All I know is that it's really, really good, and it's a really, really good. Yeah, it's just a really crazy game. So Brodia's fall, Fiorena's spring, Elusia's winter, and Selma's summer, but didn't really get Brodia fall. I think just because like the red leaves and the red aesthetic and stuff. Okay, guys. Honestly, that was a really, really fun stream. I really like just hanging out and talking to you guys. It was really fun. Oh, Alejandro, thank you for the subscription. And guys, if you want to support the stream, you know, you could always leave a like. And if you want to help support the channel, you could always become a retainer. You get access to emotes. You get access to behind the scenes videos. And it helps support the channel directly. So if you do want to help support the stream and support the channel that way, it would really mean a lot. And you get access to behind the scenes videos and stuff like that. But honestly, just tuning in and viewing and liking it and just kind of like contributing to chat and just like keeping it active is really good. These streams are really fun because I just get to talk to you guys. I don't have to like play a game or anything. I literally just get to chill, which is nice. So I really appreciate you guys hanging out. I definitely hope to do this again. And I'm going to go to the gym and start my next video, I think. Anyways, take care. Thank you everyone for contributing to chat and being there. And till next time, deuces.